live the dream. Such an inspiring recommendation I found in the treasury of the giant who guards his treasures in the underground Swarovski Crystal World in Wattens, Austria. In 18 chambers of wonders, artists, designers, architects showed crystals in different interesting ways. I recommend visiting this museum to lovers of design and interesting installation artworks. It was created in honor of the 100th anniversary of the Swarovski company. And now, I invite you to follow me and to travel through this beauty. In the first hall is the world's largest handmade crystal, which is listed in the Guinness World Records. It has 100 facets, symbolizing Swarovski's 100th anniversary. And next to it, it's the smallest Swarovski crystal, an interpretation of the clock of Salvador Dali. The next hall is called Silent Light. I go down to the kingdom of winter magic. In this installation where I am now, the Christmas tree behind me is made of crystals. But snow is real snow. At first glance, it is difficult to distinguish crystals from real snow, and the temperature here is around -10. So, the snow here is real. And what about the tree? To create the tree, designers Tord Bontier and Alexander McQueen used 150,000 polished Swarovski crystals. Now we enter inside the crystal. The crystal dome is made of 595 mirrors. The idea is to create the sensation that we are inside the crystal. Meditative music is playing around, the light is constantly changing, the sound is also very interesting here. Of these 595 mirrors, 8 are called spy mirrors. What is inside appears and disappears. The space itself was modeled after Sir Richard Buckminster Fuller's geodesic dome. Art of performance. It tells the story of Swarovski crystals in Hollywood. Thousands of crystals in the original and reproduced costumes of Michael Jackson, Elton John, Cher, Monroe, Marilyn Dietrich, Katy Perry, Beyoncé, and other stars. For example, here is a copy of Marilyn Monroe's dress in which she performed the greeting "Happy Birthday, Mr. Kennedy." For more than a century, the shine of Swarovski crystals has adorned not only stars, but also movie scenery, concert stages, and theater shows of the highest level. Let's move on to the next, quite a meditative part, into lattice sun. Here we are moving through utopian architecture over the bridge and interacting with this fantastic space. Crystals, together with mirrors, create the illusion of infinity of a crystal megapolis with thousands of houses where we discover new and new spaces. The installation was created by South Korean artist Lee Bull. The idea is to think about your place in our global space. Each next hall of this magic world brings something unexpected. So now I'm ready to love. I'm moving on. Love destroys all borders and makes us free. A lot of love from India in this room. An installation about love. Author Manish Arora invites us to a paradise where the heart rules everything and wins everything. Each heart in this room is handicrafted using various traditional Indian techniques. The interior is a rich Indian mansion that shines under the neon light. Make love, not war, is especially important for our time. At first glance, the ice passage looks like an empty corridor. But as soon as you take a step, crystals begin to appear, and a very interesting sound of ice cracking underfoot. Crystals appear all around me and a crystal path forms behind me. The author of this ice passage is Oliver Irschitz. Transparent opacity. Here, we see the creation of forms from various materials, from glass, marble and steel to synthetic 3D prints, as well as experiments with form and size, created by Eric Levy. I enter the next room with a chandelier of grief, which is made of Swarovski crystals. This is the work of Japanese artist Yayoi Kusama. The chandelier is slowly spinning and reflected from all sides in the mirrors. It creates the feeling of being in an infinite space. The next, studio job Wunderkammer. In this room of miracles, everything is turning around. The Statue of Liberty, Big Ben and other famous places, together with antique furniture and household items. The style of Studio Jobs artworks is classified as neo-baroque and partly Manierism. The next room is dedicated to the famous American opera and chamber singer Jesse Norman. In front of the screens there is a giant natural mountain crystal from Madagascar, showing the combination of natural beauty and human art. Next, Eden, fantastic archaic forest. The waterfall creates the background sound of the entire hall. In the depths of this dark forest, the traveler meets the largest crystals ever created by Swarovski. They shine in the dark and symbolize birds, flowers, and fruits. And in other halls, the visual effect of infinity is created with the help of mirrors. The Eden Room was created by the British Patrick Fredrickson and Ian Stallard. $55 million crystals. Of course, physically they would not fit in this room, but you come inside and hypnotically sit. This installation changes every second, barely noticeable, and what you see is absolutely unique and every moment. Created by Brian Eno. Heroes of Peace. Installation with holograms of people who have been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize or dedicated their lives to peace. Here are Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, Pablo Picasso, John Lennon, Yoko Ono, and others. Heroes of Peace invites every visitor to think about how each of us can contribute to peace.
I am Rigoberta Menchú, Maya Quiché from Guatemala. Our humanity needs work together for peace.
El Sol means the sun in Spanish. This installation of Fernando Romero is created of 2,880 crystals. And the last chamber is timeless. It tells the story of Swarovski and crystals in all its historical aspects. This exhibition combines history from the company's founding to moments on stage, glamour with philosophy and technology. And of course, a shop where you can buy jewelry and other Swarovski products. Live the dream.